Callum, welcome back. I know this is your first day back at work, but not really, is it?
No, not really. I think most managers will tell you. I think my wife said what you can do in the plane when you can't be on your phone for 3 hours. So that was part of my holiday. So it's I think all managers are the same. I think it's a really busy. People don't realise it's a really busy period as well. You're trying to watch loads of players. You're trying to recruitment side in and out. Who's going, who's coming. So again, it's a really busy time trying to make decisions. It's first day back, or second day back, obviously, with the boys outside. So really looking forward to that. That's the favourite part. That's the favourite part of the job, is being on the training pitch and in the games, and it's great to see everybody. A bit of camaraderie, a bit of fun. So I think my wife's delighted I'm back.
Last game last season beat Airdrie 2-0. It was yourself, Paul Newton, and Liam in the technical area. First game of next season, it's going to be a different lineup. Can you talk us through that? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously knew Paul was leaving anyway. He'd obviously spoke to me. He obviously went back to Holland, so we knew we had the replacement in there. Obviously Stephen was going to come in and replace him, and then obviously Liam's gone to Hibs. So really delighted. We've got Barry Nicholson, from down the road. Really highly recommended. I know Barry as well, but as a coach, he's fantastic. So I'm really positive, really pleased with the team I've got in. We have more experience there, so I think for me, especially on the training pitches, I know that I'm very capable. They're in very capable hands. They're good lads as well, as in good personalities.
The spirit you want to have.
Yeah, the spirit. It's that create that, and obviously with Stephen as well. Obviously being the sort of more attacking type of coach, and I think he's going to try and work with the B team or try to create that unity between all the ages here. And I think it's really important we've got guys in that want to do that. Happy to do that. They're coming in fresh this season. Good for the players. And they've got something to prove to them as well. So all positive for me. I think sometimes you can look things negative, but for me, I always look this as a positive. Really excited for the season to start.
You've also worked with Stephen at St Johnstone. Barry's got a good record developing players at Fleetwood Town, is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. So Barry's main one was down there. He's worked a long time. He's experienced. I think I tried to get somebody who's older than me. Didn't quite work. So he's just a little bit younger than me, Barry. So he's a lot of experience down there. He's obviously then worked with Forest last season. That kind of age group as well. So I think, he's delighted. He's obviously family from Glasgow as well, so it does help. So I think it's really good he's in there. He's got all that knowledge. He's been down in England for probably 8-9 years now. Obviously I've been down myself, so it's good sometimes to get your eye in down there. So hopefully we can utilise a lot of that as well.
Now that the backroom staff's together, is it a case of now putting more steps down in terms of players?
Yeah, I think so. We've worked really hard. Darren obviously coming as sporting director, so the two of us have been on the phone most days, talking a lot and trying to organise things, not just obviously first team, you've got B team, you've got obviously a lot of things going on here, so we're working really hard to try and get that in. I think we're probably disappointed we missed out on a couple of players that we were hoping to get. Then you move on, we've got loads of targets, a lot of conversations happening, a lot of to and fro going, so working really hard. I think I've got a nucleus of a really good squad, probably slightly smaller side, great opportunity now though, when we go to Ireland for these young players who I've got here to actually say, Gaffer, you don't need anybody, you've got me, so I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I've got a couple of ones coming through that I think I've got big potential, so it's up to them now to go, you don't need to say anybody, that's a big thing for me here, and that's what we want to try and develop.
I'm sure over the coming weeks we'll talk more about individual players that are coming in, but at the moment you mentioned our training camp in Ireland. Could you give us a wee bit more background on that? Yeah,
definitely. I think it's really important at a time of the season to get away. I think you got double sessions, but you train early, train late. You build that kind of wee bit of spirit as well. I said before, you get the young lads coming in, try to prove themselves. So really looking forward to going. It's going to be a hard week. It's hard now pre-season because the cup games are so early. Really difficult to kind of plan everything to detail. I think obviously cup games are important. So I think we need to hit the ground running, and Ireland's going to be a huge help to that.
So I think the first game of the season's away at Peterhead.
Yeah, nice couple of away games to start, I think, isn't it? So it's I think it's a nice wee trip for us up there. So yeah, I think cup games are great. I've obviously have a good record in the cups, and it's something I really want to help Queen's Park get to sort of the later stages. So we're going out there to make sure we try and whenever we can be prepared properly. We've got really good pre-season games coming up, some tough ones, as well, to give us that kind of a little bit for me sometimes. You know, you can get games where you can just win them. You know, but we want games that we want to be tested, we want to be pushed. You know, and then so when we come to Peterhead, hopefully physically, you know, we're ready with it.
Look forward to seeing how pre-season goes.
Nice one, thank you.